My child, come closer and listen carefully to my voice. Do not rush through this moment. Do not allow distractions to steal what I am about to place within your spirit. There is a reason you are hearing this message today. There is a reason your attention has been drawn here. Before this week ends, there are truths I need you to remember, promises I need you to hold on to, and fears I need you to release. If you believe God is speaking to you through this message, type Amen, Lord, I receive it. For too long, you have carried burdens that were never meant to rest upon your shoulders. You have tried to solve problems that only I can solve. You have worried about situations that are beyond your control. You have spent countless hours thinking about tomorrow while forgetting that I am already there waiting for you. My child, your mind has become tired because you have been fighting battles that belong to me. I see your heart. I see the hidden struggles that nobody else knows about. I see the questions you ask when you are alone. I hear the prayers that never leave your lips, but remain deep within your soul. I know the fears that wake you up in the middle of the night. I know the disappointments that still ache within you. I know the moments when you smiled in front of others while carrying pain that nobody could see. Nothing about your life is hidden from me. I know every tear you have cried. I know every prayer you have prayed. I know every battle you have fought. I know every time you felt like giving up, but kept going anyway. And today I want you to know that your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. The enemy has tried to convince you that your efforts are meaningless. He has tried to make you believe that your prayers are unheard. He has whispered that nothing is changing and that nothing will ever change. But those whispers are lies. While you have been waiting, I have been working. While you have been wondering, I have been preparing. While you have been questioning, I have been arranging things in ways you cannot yet understand. My child, many of the answers you seek are already moving toward you. Many of the blessings you desire are already being prepared. Many of the doors you have prayed for are already beginning to unlock. You simply cannot see it yet. Do not mistake invisibility for inactivity. Just because you cannot see me working does not mean I am not working. Some of my greatest miracles begin beneath the surface. Seeds grow underground long before they appear above the soil. Foundations are built before buildings are seen. Preparation happens before manifestation. What is the biggest prayer request on your heart right now? Share it below so we can pray together. You are in a season where I am preparing things that your eyes have not yet witnessed. Trust me. Trust me when the answer seems delayed. Trust me when the path is unclear. Trust me when circumstances appear unchanged. Trust me when fear tries to convince you otherwise. The future you are worried about is already in my hands. The battle you are facing is already known to me. The obstacle that stands before you is not greater than my power. You have spent so much time focusing on what could go wrong that you have forgotten to remember what I am capable of doing. Have I not carried you before? Have I not opened impossible doors? Have I not provided when resources seemed scarce? Have I not protected you when danger surrounded you? Have I not comforted you when your heart was broken? The same God who helped you yesterday is the same God helping you today. I have not changed. My power has not weakened. My promises have not expired. My love has not diminished. My plans for you have not been cancelled. My child, there are moments when you feel forgotten because you compare your timeline to someone else's. You look around and see people receiving blessings, opportunities and breakthroughs, and you wonder why your season seems different. You wonder why your prayers appear unanswered while others celebrate victories. But comparison is stealing your peace. You are comparing your chapter to someone else's entire story. You are comparing your preparation season to someone else's harvest season. You are comparing your private journey to someone else's public blessing. Stop measuring your life against theirs. The plans I have for you are unique. The timing I have chosen for you is intentional. The purpose I have placed upon your life is different. Trust my timing. Trust my process. Trust my wisdom. What I am doing in your life may not look like what I am doing in theirs, but that does not mean I have forgotten you. In fact, some of the delays that frustrate you today are actually protecting you from problems you cannot yet see. Some closed doors are acts of mercy. Some unanswered prayers are acts of love. Some detours are acts of protection. You only see the moment. I see the outcome. You only see the obstacle. I see the purpose. You only see the delay. I see the preparation. One day you will look back and understand why I asked you to wait. One day you will see how perfectly my timing worked. One day you will realize that what seemed like rejection was actually redirection. Until then, trust me. If you're trusting God even while you wait, comment God's timing is perfect. My child, before this week ends, I need you to release something that has been weighing heavily upon your heart. I need you to release the pressure of trying to control everything. You have been exhausting yourself attempting to manage situations that belong in my hands. You have been carrying responsibilities that were never assigned to you. You cannot control every outcome. You cannot predict every circumstance. You cannot force every door to open. You cannot make every person understand you. But you can trust me. You can seek me. You can follow my guidance. You can place your confidence in my faithfulness. The burden becomes lighter when you stop carrying what belongs to me. My child, there is someone listening right now who feels emotionally exhausted. You have been strong for everyone else. You have encouraged others while secretly struggling yourself. You have carried responsibilities that seem endless. You have fought battles that left you weary. Hear me clearly. You do not have to pretend to be strong all the time. You do not have to hide your weariness from me. You do not have to carry every burden alone. Come to me exactly as you are. Bring me your fears. Bring me your disappointments. Bring me your questions. Bring me your pain. Bring me your uncertainty. I am not intimidated by your struggles. I am not frustrated by your weakness. I am not surprised by your questions. I know your heart completely, and my love for you remains unchanged. There is rest available in my presence. There is peace available in my presence. There is healing available in my presence. There is strength available in my presence. The world tells you to depend upon yourself. The world tells you to keep striving, keep pushing, keep carrying everything alone. But I am calling you to something different. I am calling you to dependence upon me. Dependence upon me is not weakness. Dependence upon me is wisdom. When you finally stop relying solely on your own strength, you create room for my strength to work within you. Before this week ends, I want you to remember that your story is not over. The enemy has tried to convince you that your best days are behind you. He has tried to convince you that failure is permanent, that disappointment is final, and that your circumstances define your future. Write the first name of someone you want God to bless, protect, and guide this week. But I say otherwise. The story is not finished. The breakthrough has not been cancelled. The promise has not expired. The blessing has not disappeared. There are chapters ahead that you have not yet read. There are victories ahead that you have not yet experienced. There are testimonies ahead that you have not yet shared. There are miracles ahead that you have not yet seen. Keep walking, keep believing, keep praying, keep trusting, even when progress seems slow, even when answers seem delayed, even when circumstances appear unchanged. Because I am still working. I am working in places you cannot see. I am moving in ways you do not yet understand. I am arranging details that have not yet been revealed. And before this week ends, I want these words firmly planted within your heart. You are loved. You are chosen. You are protected. You are guided. And you are never alone. The road ahead may still contain challenges, but it also contains my presence. The future may still contain uncertainty, but it also contains my promises. The journey may still require faith, but it also contains my faithfulness. Lift your eyes toward me, my child. Do not focus only on what surrounds you. Focus on who walks beside you. Focus on who goes before you. Focus on who holds your future. Because the same hand that created the stars is holding your life, and I will not let you go. My child, as you continue listening to my voice, I want you to understand something that the enemy has worked very hard to hide from you. The reason you have faced so much resistance is because there is purpose attached to your life. The reason the battle has been intense is because what I have placed within you carries value. The reason you have been tested is because there is something precious I am preparing you to carry. Do not mistake opposition for abandonment. Do not mistake resistance for rejection. Many times, the greatest attacks come before the greatest breakthroughs. The enemy would not spend so much effort trying to discourage you if there were nothing ahead worth fighting for. He would not work so hard to steal your peace if he were not threatened by your future. He would not constantly attack your confidence if he did not know what could happen when you fully trust me. The attacks you have experienced are not proof that I have left you. In many ways, they are proof that you are moving closer to the purpose I have prepared for you. If you refuse to give up on God's promises, type, "I will keep believing." There have been moments when you questioned why certain battles seemed to repeat themselves. You thought you had already overcome them. You thought certain fears were gone forever. You thought certain wounds had completely healed. Yet suddenly those same struggles appeared again, and you wondered what was happening. My child, sometimes a battle returns not because you are losing ground, but because you are being given an opportunity to discover how much stronger you have become. What once defeated you no longer has the same power over you. What once controlled your thoughts no longer controls your destiny. You are stronger than you realize because I have been working within you every day. I want you to stop measuring your growth only by your current struggles. Instead, look at how differently you respond now compared to the past. There was a time when certain situations would have completely overwhelmed you. There was a time when certain disappointments would have destroyed your peace for weeks or months. There was a time when certain fears would have paralyzed you. But look at you now. You are still standing. You are still praying, you are still seeking me, you are still moving forward despite everything that has happened. That is evidence of growth. That is evidence of my work within you. My child, there are blessings that require maturity before they can be sustained. Many people ask for greater influence, greater responsibility, greater opportunities, and greater favor. But few understand the preparation required to handle those blessings wisely. I am not only interested in giving you what you desire, I am interested in ensuring that what I give you becomes a blessing rather than a burden. That is why preparation matters. That is why character matters. That is why spiritual growth matters. You often focus on reaching the destination, but I focus on preparing the traveler. You focus on receiving the blessing, but I focus on developing the person who will carry it. You focus on the outcome, but I focus on the process. The process may not always feel comfortable, but it is necessary. The lessons you are learning today will protect the blessings you receive tomorrow. There are some doors that could have opened earlier, but opening them early would have harmed you. There are opportunities that could have arrived sooner, but arriving sooner would have placed you in situations for which you were not prepared. There are answers that could have come immediately, but immediate answers would have prevented you from developing deeper trust in me. My delays are never without purpose. My timing is never random. Everything I do is guided by wisdom that sees far beyond what human eyes can see. My child, one of the greatest victories you can experience is victory over fear. Fear has stolen enough from you already. Fear has stolen sleep from your nights. Fear has stolen joy from your days. Fear has stolen confidence from your decisions. Fear has stolen peace from your thoughts. Yet fear has never solved a single problem. Fear has never created a breakthrough. Fear has never improved tomorrow. It has only weakened your ability to enjoy today. I am calling you to release fear and embrace faith. Faith does not mean pretending challenges do not exist. Faith means believing that I am greater than those challenges. Faith does not mean denying reality. Faith means trusting my power within reality. Faith means remembering that circumstances may be difficult, but they are not stronger than me. Faith means remembering that obstacles may appear large, but they are not larger than my ability to remove them. What part of this message spoke to you the most? Let us know in the comments. Every day you have a choice regarding what will guide your life. You can allow fear to guide your decisions, or you can allow faith to guide them. Fear will always focus on what could go wrong. Faith focuses on what I can do. Fear expects defeat. Faith expects my faithfulness. Fear magnifies obstacles. Faith magnifies my power. The choice belongs to you. My child, there is another area where I want growth to occur within you. I want you to learn how to trust me when you cannot trace me. There will be seasons when my hand is obvious. There will be moments when answers arrive quickly and blessings become visible, but there will also be seasons when my work is hidden. During those seasons, you must learn to trust my heart even when you cannot see my hand. You must remember who I am even when circumstances seem confusing. The people who develop the strongest faith are not necessarily those who experience the fewest difficulties. Often they are the people who continue trusting me through difficulties. They have learned that my character remains constant regardless of circumstances. They have learned that my goodness does not depend upon their current situation. That my goodness does not depend upon their current situation. They have learned that my faithfulness continues even during seasons of waiting. My child, there is someone listening to this message who feels like they have failed too many times. You believe your mistakes have disqualified you from what I planned for your life. You carry guilt from decisions you regret. You replay old failures in your mind. You wonder whether your past has permanently damaged your future. Hear me clearly. Your mistakes are not greater than my mercy. Your failures are not greater than my grace. Your past is not greater than my power to redeem. I am not limited by what you have done wrong. I am able to restore, heal, rebuild, and renew. Stop allowing yesterday's failures to define tomorrow's possibilities. Stop agreeing with the lie that your story is over. If I am still giving you breath, then I am still working in your life. If you are still here, then purpose still remains. My child, some of the things you lost were painful to lose. Some relationships ended unexpectedly. Some opportunities disappeared. Some dreams seemed to collapse. At the time, those losses felt devastating. You wondered why I allowed them to happen. You questioned whether you would ever recover. Yet even in those moments I remained with you. Not every loss is punishment. Not every ending is failure. Not every closed chapter is defeat. Sometimes I remove things because they cannot accompany you into your future. Sometimes I close doors because greater doors are ahead. Sometimes I allow endings because new beginnings are approaching. Trust that I know what belongs in your life and what does not. Before this week ends, I want you to release your grip on things I have already asked you to surrender. Some of you are holding on to old disappointments. Some are holding on to bitterness. Some are holding on to regrets. Some are holding on to relationships that have already ended. Some are holding on to fears about the future. But when your hands are full of things I have asked you to release, it becomes difficult to receive what I want to place into them. If you're believing for a breakthrough before this month ends, comment, "My breakthrough is coming." Let go. Let go of the hurt. Let go of the bitterness. Let go of the regret. Let go of the fear. Let go of the need to understand everything. Trust me enough to surrender what you cannot control. My child, there are blessings approaching that will require open hands and an open heart. There are opportunities approaching that will require courage. There are assignments approaching that will require faith. Prepare yourself now by releasing whatever is weighing you down. You are not where you were. You are not who you used to be. You are not fighting alone. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not defeated. Every day that you continue trusting me is another step toward the future I have prepared. Every prayer you pray is strengthening your connection with me. Every act of obedience is positioning you for greater things. Every moment of faith is producing fruit that will eventually become visible. My child, keep your eyes on me. The world will continue offering reasons to worry. Circumstances will continue changing. Challenges will continue appearing. But I remain the same. I am the anchor when everything else feels uncertain. I am the source of peace when everything else feels chaotic. I am the strength that carries you when your own strength feels exhausted. The days ahead will require faith, but I will provide grace for every step. The future will require trust, but I will never ask you to trust me without also proving my faithfulness. The road ahead may not be easy, but you will not walk it alone. My presence goes before you. My hand guides you. My love surrounds you. My promises remain true. So continue moving forward, my child. Continue believing. Continue praying. Continue trusting. Continue expecting my goodness. What I have started in your life, I will continue. What I have promised, I will fulfill. And what I am preparing for you is greater than anything fear has tried to convince you is possible. My child, as you continue to listen, I want you to understand that there are victories I have already scheduled for your life that no enemy can cancel. There are blessings I have already prepared that no opposition can permanently block. There are promises I have spoken that no circumstance can destroy. The enemy may delay, he may distract, he may discourage, he may attempt to create confusion, but he cannot overturn what I have established for your life. Too often you look at the size of the battle and forget the size of your God. You look at the obstacle and forget the one who created the mountains. You look at the storm and forget the one who commands the wind and the waves. My child, your perspective determines your peace. When your focus remains fixed upon problems, fear increases. When your focus remains fixed upon me, faith begins to rise. I know there are days when your emotions feel like a battlefield. One moment you feel hopeful, the next moment you feel discouraged. One moment you believe everything will work out, the next moment doubt begins speaking louder than faith. This is why you must learn not to build your life upon feelings alone. Feelings change, circumstances change, opinions change, but my truth remains constant, my promises remain secure, my faithfulness remains unshaken. Where are you watching from today? May God bless your city and nation. There will be moments when your emotions tell you that nothing is happening. During those moments, remember that my work is not dependent upon your feelings. There will be moments when your circumstances appear unchanged. During those moments, remember that my power is not limited by appearances. There will be moments when the answer seems far away. During those moments, remember that I am still working behind the scenes. My child, one of the greatest lessons I want you to learn is the difference between waiting and wasting. Many people think they are wasting time when they are actually waiting on my timing. Waiting is not inactivity. Waiting is preparation. Waiting is trust. Waiting is positioning yourself for what I am about to do. Some of the greatest miracles recorded in history were preceded by seasons of waiting. Some of the greatest victories came after periods of uncertainty. Do not despise your waiting season. It may be producing something far more valuable than you realize. There are areas of your life where I am teaching you patience because patience protects future blessings. There are areas where I am teaching you wisdom because wisdom preserves future opportunities. There are areas where I am teaching you dependence upon me because dependence upon me creates lasting stability. Everything I am doing has purpose. My child, stop looking at yourself through the lens of your weaknesses. The enemy constantly reminds you of your limitations because he wants you to forget my strength. He points out your mistakes because he wants you to ignore my mercy. He highlights your failures because he wants you to overlook my grace. But I see you differently. I see potential where you see weakness. I see growth where you see struggle. I see purpose where you see confusion. I see possibility where you see limitation. I know who you are becoming, even when you cannot see it yourself. The person you are today is not the final version of who you will become. I am still shaping you. I am still teaching you. I am still strengthening you. Every challenge is developing something within you. Every test is producing growth. Every season is preparing you for what lies ahead. My child, there are people listening right now who feel overwhelmed by responsibilities. You wake up carrying concerns about your family, your finances, your health, your future, and the people you love. The weight feels heavy. Sometimes it feels as though everything depends upon you. But I want you to remember something important. You were never meant to carry the entire world on your shoulders. That position already belongs to me. You are carrying burdens that should be surrendered. You are carrying fears that should be released. You are carrying worries that should be placed into my hands. Lay them down. Give them to me. Trust me with them. The same hands that hold the universe are capable of holding your situation. The same power that created the stars is capable of guiding your life. The same wisdom that designed creation is capable of directing your future. My child, I want to speak directly to the fear of lack. Many of you worry about not having enough, not enough money, not enough opportunities, not enough resources, not enough strength, not enough time. The fear of lack has been stealing your peace. Yet I have never asked you to trust in your own supply. I have asked you to trust in me. If God has ever answered one of your prayers, share your testimony below to encourage others. Throughout your life, there have been moments when you thought you would not make it. There were times when resources seemed insufficient. There were seasons when the future looked uncertain. Yet somehow you made it through. Somehow provision arrived. Somehow doors opened. Somehow strength appeared. That was not an accident. That was my faithfulness. And my faithfulness has not changed. What I provided before, I can provide again. What I opened before, I can open again. What I healed before, I can heal again. What I restored before, I can restore again. My child, I need you to stop assuming that tomorrow's problems will arrive without tomorrow's grace. Every day I provide what is needed for that day. When tomorrow arrives, so will the grace required to face it. Do not try to carry tomorrow's burdens today. Do not spend today's strength worrying about future challenges. Stay present with me. Walk one step at a time. Trust me one day at a time. The enemy wants you overwhelmed because overwhelmed people often forget my promises. Overwhelmed people become distracted by fear. Overwhelmed people lose sight of hope. But today I am reminding you to slow down and remember who is walking with you. You are not walking alone. You are not fighting alone. You are not suffering alone. You are not carrying this burden alone. I am with you. I have always been with you. I will continue to be with you. My child, there are breakthroughs that begin internally before they become visible externally. Before circumstances change around you, I often change something within you. Before I transform a situation, I strengthen the person facing it. Before I open a new door, I prepare the individual who will walk through it. This is why spiritual growth matters so much. This is why trust matters so much. This is why faith matters so much. The greatest miracle is not always the change of circumstances. Sometimes the greatest miracle is the transformation of a heart that has learned to trust me completely. My child, there are moments ahead when you will look back and realize that what seemed like a difficult season was actually a defining season. You will see how the struggles strengthened you. You will see how the delays matured you. You will see how the waiting deepened your relationship with me. What feels frustrating now will one day become part of your testimony. Do not underestimate the power of your testimony. There are people who will find hope because of what you survived. There are people who will discover faith because of what I brought you through. There are people who will be encouraged because they see my faithfulness in your story. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your pain, not your tears, not your waiting, not your struggles. I can use all of it for good. My child, before this week ends, I want you to renew your expectation. Expect my goodness, expect my guidance, expect my faithfulness, expect my peace. Too often you have trained yourself to expect disappointment because disappointment feels safer than hope. You think that if you expect less, you will hurt less. But I did not create you to live with a defeated mindset. Comment one word that describes what you need from God today. Peace, healing, strength, favor, wisdom, or breakthrough. Lift your expectations, lift your eyes, lift your faith. Begin expecting that I am working. Begin expecting that I am moving. Begin expecting that I am making a way. Not because life will always be easy, but because I am always faithful. There are opportunities approaching that you cannot yet see. There are answers approaching that you cannot yet recognize. There are solutions approaching that you have not yet imagined. Keep trusting me, keep walking with me, keep seeking me. The story is still unfolding, the chapter is still being written, the breakthrough is still developing. And I am still in control. My child, if only you could see what I see, your fear would disappear. If only you could see the doors I am arranging, the people I am positioning, the circumstances I am aligning, and the blessings I am preparing, you would understand why I keep asking you to trust me. One day you will see it clearly. One day you will understand. One day you will look back and recognize my hand in places where you once thought I was absent. Until that day, keep believing, keep praying, keep standing, keep trusting, because I am not finished with your story. The best chapters have not yet been written. The greatest testimonies have not yet been spoken. The most powerful demonstrations of my faithfulness have not yet been revealed, and what I am preparing for you is far greater than the fear, doubt, and discouragement you are facing today. My child, there is something I need you to remember whenever the pressure becomes intense and the battle feels overwhelming. The pressure you feel today is temporary, but the purpose I am building within you is eternal. Do not allow a temporary struggle to make you forget an eternal promise. Do not allow a difficult season to convince you that I have changed my mind about your future. What I have spoken over your life still stands. What I have promised remains secure. What I have planned is still moving forward according to my perfect timing. I know there are moments when you feel like you are making little progress. You pray, yet the situation looks the same. You believe, yet the obstacle remains. You trust, yet the answer seems delayed. During those moments, it is easy to become discouraged. It is easy to wonder whether your faith is accomplishing anything at all. But my child, growth is often invisible before it becomes visible. Just as roots develop underground before a tree grows above the surface, spiritual growth often takes place where human eyes cannot see it. Do not underestimate what is happening within you simply because you cannot immediately see what is happening around you. If you're surrendering your worries to God right now, type, "I give it all to Ogodi." Every prayer is strengthening your faith. Every act of obedience is positioning you for greater things. Every moment of trust is drawing you closer to me. Every challenge is developing endurance. Every delay is teaching patience. Every test is revealing strength you did not know you possessed. Nothing is wasted. Not a single tear, not a single prayer, not a single act of faith, not a single moment of perseverance. I see it all, and I am using it all. My child, one of the enemy's favorite strategies is to make you focus on what has not happened yet, instead of appreciating what I have already done. He wants you to overlook my faithfulness because there are still unanswered questions. He wants you to forget past victories because there are still current battles. He wants you to ignore the blessings surrounding you because there are still desires in your heart. But today I want you to remember how many times I protected you. Remember how many times I provided for you. Remember how many times I comforted you. Remember how many times I guided you. Remember how many times I made a way when there appeared to be no way. You are not standing where you are today by accident. You are standing here because my hand has been upon your life. You survived because I sustained you. You endured because I strengthened you. You continued because I carried you. Many of the victories in your life happened so gradually that you forgot they were victories. You became accustomed to blessings that once seemed impossible. You prayed for things that are now part of your everyday life. You asked for help that I provided, and over time you stopped noticing how miraculous it truly was. Take a moment and remember, gratitude opens your eyes to my faithfulness. My child, there are some things I am asking you to stop doing before this week ends. Stop speaking defeat over your future. Stop agreeing with fear. Stop rehearsing worst-case scenarios. Stop assuming that every delay means disaster. Stop expecting failure before the battle has even begun. Your words matter. The thoughts you continually entertain matter. The expectations you carry matter. If you constantly expect defeat, you will struggle to recognize my victories when they arrive. If you constantly focus on fear, you will miss opportunities to walk in faith. I am calling you to align your thoughts with my promises. Speak hope, speak faith, speak trust, speak life. My child, there are people who disappointed you because they could not give you what only I can provide. Some of your heartbreak came from expecting people to fill places in your life that were designed for me alone. Human beings will fail, Human beings will make mistakes. Human beings will sometimes leave when you expected them to stay. But I am not like people. What miracle are you believing God for in your life or family? My love does not fluctuate. My commitment does not weaken. My faithfulness does not disappear. My presence does not abandon you. When others walk away, I remain. When others misunderstand you, I understand. When others overlook you, I see you completely. There is security in knowing that my love is not based on your performance. My love is not dependent upon your perfection. My love is not earned through achievement. I love you because you are mine. Even on your worst days, my love remains. Even when you stumble, my love remains. Even when you question, struggle, and wrestle with uncertainty, my love remains. My child, I know there are dreams you have not stopped praying for. Some of those dreams have been in your heart for years. Some prayers have been repeated so many times that you wonder whether anything will ever change. Yet I want you to know that persistence is not pointless. Continue praying. Continue believing. Continue bringing those desires before me. Sometimes answers take longer because I am working on more than one part of the situation. Sometimes I am preparing people. Sometimes I am arranging circumstances. Sometimes I am protecting you from timing that would not have served you well. What appears slow to you is often part of a much larger plan. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. I know exactly what I am doing. My child, there are doors ahead that no person can close. There are opportunities ahead that no opposition can prevent. There are blessings ahead that no enemy can steal. What I have appointed for your life cannot be cancelled by human opinions. People may resist you, circumstances may challenge you, obstacles may arise. But if I have determined that a door should open, no force on earth can permanently keep it shut. This is why you must stop giving so much power to the opinions of others. Some people do not understand your calling because they cannot see what I see. Some people judge your future based on your present circumstances. Some people look at your weaknesses and overlook your potential. But I am not limited by human evaluation. I called people that others overlooked. I used individuals that others underestimated. I elevated those whom others dismissed, and I am still doing the same today. Do not allow someone else's opinion to become greater than my promise. My child, there is also a need for rest in your life. You have been carrying so much mentally that your spirit feels exhausted. You have been thinking about problems repeatedly without finding solutions. You have been carrying emotional burdens long after they should have been surrendered. If you know God has not forgotten you, comment God is working behind the scenes. Rest does not mean giving up. Rest means trusting me enough to stop striving. Rest means believing that I am working even when you are not. Rest means allowing my peace to replace your anxiety. There are answers that will come more clearly when your mind becomes quiet. There are solutions that will become visible when fear stops clouding your vision. There is guidance available, but you must create space to hear my voice. Spend time with me. Sit quietly before me. Bring me your concerns. Then leave them with me. Do not pick them back up every few minutes. Trust that I heard you. Trust that I care. Trust that I am already working. My child, before this week ends, I want you to renew your confidence. Not confidence in your circumstances, not confidence in people, not confidence in your own strength alone. Confidence in me. Confidence that I know the way forward. Confidence that I am guiding your steps. Confidence that I am protecting you. Confidence that I am providing for you. Confidence that I am fighting battles you cannot even see. There are spiritual battles taking place on your behalf that you know nothing about. There are dangers from which you have already been protected. There are problems that never reached you because I intervened before they arrived. One day you will understand how many times my hand shielded you without your awareness. Until then, trust me. Trust me when the answer seems delayed. Trust me when the road is unclear. Trust me when emotions fluctuate. Trust me when fear tries to return. Trust me when circumstances seem confusing. I have never failed you, and I am not going to start now. My child, the future ahead of you contains more hope than you realize. It contains more possibilities than you can currently imagine. It contains more opportunities than fear wants you to believe. The chapter you are living today is not the final chapter. The struggle you are facing today is not the end of the story. The delay you are experiencing today is not the conclusion of the journey. If you're ready to walk by faith and not by fear, type, "I choose faith." I am still writing your story. I am still arranging details. I am still opening doors. I am still preparing blessings. I am still working behind the scenes. And when the time is right, what I have been preparing in secret will become visible. What I have been arranging quietly will become clear. What I have been building beneath the surface will emerge in ways that surprise you. So keep believing, my child. Keep praying. Keep trusting. Keep moving forward. Keep expecting my goodness, because the same God who carried you through every previous season is carrying you now, and the same God who was faithful yesterday will be faithful tomorrow. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. Your answer may be nearer than you realize. Your blessing may already be on its way. Therefore, do not lose heart, do not surrender your hope, and do not allow fear to steal the confidence that belongs to those who trust in me. My child, as you continue on this journey with me, I want you to understand that the season you are living through right now is not an accident. Nothing about your life is random. Nothing has escaped my notice. Every challenge, every victory, every delay, every opportunity, every lesson, and every moment has been seen by me. Even when life feels uncertain, my plans remain certain. Even when your path feels unclear, my vision remains perfect. There have been times when you looked at your situation and wondered why certain things happened the way they did. You questioned why doors closed. You questioned why relationships changed. You questioned why some prayers seemed to take so long to answer. In those moments, it was difficult to see beyond your immediate pain. It was difficult to understand what I was doing. But my child, there are things I can see that you cannot. You see the moment. I see the years ahead. You see the immediate disappointment. I see the future blessing. You see the closed door.